What is up, everybody? I'm just doing a general reading tonight and a hangout, so we can all just chit chat. People can ask questions, and also just so we can do a fun general reading. Let's go ahead and double check that. I just want to make sure I actually set this to the right setting really quick. Okay, we're good. Perfect. So the chat should be open, so everybody can ask questions. People come hang out. But we're just going to do a general reading. I'm going to do this reading kind of how I do my Patreon readings. So we're going to do oracle cards, tarot cards, and whatever is most meant to come out is what's going to come out. And I just think it's a really good time to do this. There's been a lot of chaos going on, and I think a lot of people are kind of going through a tough time right now. And I think we just need a little bit of light in the world at the moment, right? So let's get into it. Let's use some Animal Spirit Oracle. I feel like we're coming out the dark tunnel relatively soon. I feel a lot of like Panther Spirit, Jaguar Spirit. To me, that's divine feminine energy. So let's get into it. Show me what I most need to see for the collective, please, Spirit. I'll pull some oracle cards, I'll clarify these, and then I might even do a second spread with this tarot on top of it. But this is basically how my Patreon readings go. So if you like this kind of reading, then you'll have an idea of what you'd be seeing on Patreon for the monthlies, energy shift readings, and all that. Okay? Going on for the collective. What's the collective most need to see right now? Spirit. They actually just showed me bubbles. To me, that actually feels like higher consciousness energy. It feels like very daydreaming. Also, me too. I am too. Yeah, then we have Horse Spirit, which is freedom is yours. So, like I said, the light at the end of the tunnel kind of free feeling. And then we have see the big picture, which is higher consciousness energy, Giraffe Spirit. It's seeing from a higher perspective. So that's indicative of those bubbles I was just talking about. Horse Spirit is also master number 33. So that's a higher frequency, right? It's stepping into a higher state of consciousness. 3s are the number of manifestation as well. So whatever you've been trying to create, if you feel as if it hasn't been coming your way, that light at the end of the tunnel energy is going to start flowing. It might be very slow and steady because we do have Neptune oppose the sun in Virgo right now. And that creates a little bit of distortion, illusion energy, and can bring up a lot of like our fears and anxieties. So just make sure you're staying really grounded, because if you allow those fears, anxieties, worries to come up, they might actually propel your manifestation away, neutralize energy that you're trying to call in. 333 on the timer, I just looked up too. So just stay in that high frequency. Remember that what's meant for you is always going to find you, right? Okay. Panther Spirit. I told you. I love this card, master number 44. So we're going to have a lot of divinity come out. I'm just going to tell you now. We're going to have a lot of master numbers, a lot of divinity, because we're getting not only into retrograde season, quote unquote, we're going to have a lot of planets retrograding. We're going to have a lot of lessons coming up, and we're going to have a lot of divinity. And this is just because we're coming out of a collective dark night of the soul and shifting into this higher state of consciousness as a collective. And it's time for us to kind of just get the work done, because we're all basically like, okay, I'm ready to be the new me. I'm ready to do it. I just kind of need to put my foot into that new life and kind of take this foot out of the old life. And it's not really the struggle to do that. It's just making that final choice to do it. It's kind of like we've been staring at the old life. Do I really want to do this? Do I really want to say goodbye? Okay, I'm ready to say goodbye, right? So Horse Spirit, freedom is yours, and Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. It's like portal energy. It's just massive portal energy. It's just being so ready to just I just feel like a busting open. It's awesome. I'm so excited. Let's continue. I started sacrifices. This feels in regards to other people, though. When I say in regards to other people, I feel like you've made sacrifices for other people, right? Not like, what? They all just want to go on the floor today. It's driving me crazy. Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. It's in reverse, 50. Fives are indicative of change. With Rhino Spirit in reverse, okay, sacrifices. I feel like this is a failure to create very stable boundaries, though. Like, it feels like self-sacrificing in a sense. And I feel like that's why it came up next to reclaim your power. It's kind of like setting those healthy boundaries. And for some of you, it might be part of this obstacle. Yep, you're never alone, Otter Spirit. Okay, so we have some attachment to people going on here. And then Snake Spirit, Master number 55, time to heal. Okay, so we have Master number 33, 44, and 55. 3, 4, 5 out on the board. With Rhino Spirit in reverse, overcoming any obstacle, and you are never alone. This feels like the need to stop feeling as if you are carrying the world on your shoulders, right? It's a need to reconnect with source, reconnect with spirit. So if you've lost that connection with your higher power, whatever label you'd like to put on it, reconnecting with that power will actually not only help you come back to your higher self, but also help you realign with a higher frequency so things start to move a little smoother for you, or a lot smoother. This feels like a lack of boundaries with people in your physical reality. That's what this feels like. Yeah, I like this though. I like this because this is the energy you're releasing. It's a lot of healing. It's a lot of coming home to self. It's a lot of setting healthy boundaries, but healing connections all at the same time. There doesn't feel any hostility. It feels like holding a lot of space and compassion for yourself and the people in your environment. I like this. I like this a lot. I want to use Retrospective Tarot, actually. This is my Divine Masculine deck. Let's put these two back. This is by Ciro Marchetti. All the tarot decks I use are linked down below. And this is Animal Spirit Oracle that I used in front of me. The Oracle decks I use are also linked down below for you guys. Just so you know, I got 20% off all the services on my site right now. And if you join Patreon, I am giving free 15-minute readings to new patrons that join as tier 2 or 3 patrons. So let's look at Giraffe Spirit first. See the big picture. Let's see what's going on here. This is that raising in consciousness. Yeah, 8 of Cups. Okay, so there's a hesitance to walk away with the 8 of Cups in reverse. That's Pisces energy. That's the one foot that's stuck in the old cycle. I feel like you're trying to understand why you can't let it go. I feel like it's just something that's familiar. And it feels like there's unresolved. I wouldn't even say conflict. It's just kind of like things left unsaid. Yeah, Queen of Wands, because you have this very confident energy. It's not this energy of I can't let it go. It's just kind of like, I wish I would have said this to that person. Like, you know, when you have a conflict with somebody and you play it over and over in your head, and it's kind of like, I wish I said this. I wish I said that. It feels like that, but it doesn't feel hostile at all. It kind of feels something that would be to everybody's benefit that would actually create feeling like, I wish I told them that I understood why they felt that way, that I could see their perspective. It feels very humbling. Tell me more about Giraffe Spirit. And I don't think that the person that is receiving this communication or would have received this communication would expect this of this queen. I think they would be taken back by this. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. This would be a big shift for this person. Hello, how are you? This would be a very big shift for this person. It'd be a very big change. With the Wheel of Fortune, that's their shift in consciousness. They're creating a new way to relate to people because they're understanding themselves, their own shadow, in a new way. And so in turn, they're seeing themselves more authentically. And in turn, because you see yourself more authentically, you're able to see other people in a more authentic light as well. So you're able to hold space and compassion for other people more easily, more readily. Horse Spirit, yeah, there's the High Priestess. So there's the higher consciousness. You're removing the veil. You're seeing beyond the veil, right? You're understanding that, wait, I can be free. I'm releasing myself from my limiting beliefs, my fears, my insecurities. I see myself for who I really am. And you're stepping into this higher power, this freedom, this allowing yourself to be so authentically you that you're not fitting into the mold of your family or your friends or your coworkers placed on you. You're being the mold that you want to be, which is no effing mold at all. Just your damn self, which is awesome. High Priestess is Pisces energy. Got a lot of Pisces energy with the Eight of Cups and the High Priestess already. Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius energy. Jupiter Sag energy, and the Queen of Wands is Leo for me as a reader, but it's Aries energy in regards to tarot. Let's look at Freedom is Yours with Horse Spirit. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate it. Let's look at Horse Spirit for you guys. The Star in Reverse. Okay, so this is interesting. When actually the Star in Reverse, it speaks to second chances. Oh, sorry, I'm blind as a bat. Is it Shanae? Hello. Sorry if I pronounce names wrong. I'm always going to try my best to pronounce your name properly. But I apologize in advance if I pronounce it wrong, okay? But with Horse Spirit, Freedom is Yours, and the Star in Reverse, this is really interesting to me as a reader because the Star in Reverse signifies second chances. And that's awesome. Second chances. So that tells me that you've been given this opportunity to heal this cycle once before, and you might have not seen it. It's not that you didn't take the opportunity. I simply don't think that you were aware of it because you weren't at the state of consciousness yet, right? So it's kind of like, you know, when we're all human, so I got no shame in my game. You know what I'm saying? When we all pick like the same partner over and over, and we're like, oh my gosh, this person's not toxic for me. Let me pick him. This person's not toxic for me. Let me pick him. And they're all freaking toxic, or you're the toxic one, and you're like, why are all my toxic traits coming out over and over? And then finally you meet this one person, and it's kind of like, oh, it clicked. Like, hot damn, there's all my toxic traits. Oh, they're so evident now. It's just because you healed so much and you learned to recognize so much that you finally got to the place, and it was divine right time for you to realize that you could free yourself, that you could do it, that you could reclaim your power. I'm very glad to be back too. Thank you guys. I'm excited to be back. So let's look at Panther Spirit. This is reclaiming your power. Whoop. Okay. It just keeps getting more and more interesting. The Seven of Cups and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. The Page of Pentacles in reverse is my card of self-reflecting. Okay, with the Seven of Cups, my crown's getting really hot all of a sudden. So you're literally capable of looking back and reflecting on who you are as an individual. The Seven of Cups brings clarity. There's no more rose-colored glasses. There's no more distortion or illusion. You're understanding the foundations that were being created weren't as stable as you might have most wanted, right? And by doing so, you're like, wait, this is the attribute I want to keep. This is one I want to get rid of. This is really good because it's helping you align with who you're most meant to be. I feel that other energies are going to be coming in though. I feel like they're going to be tests though at the same time. I think it's just kind of like, hey, let's double check that you actually are reclaiming your power. So if you encounter energies that are similar to the past again, I think it's just the universe double checking that you've actually cemented this lesson. And we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're releasing yourself of the self-imposed prison. You're taking yourself out of all of these limiting beliefs and fears that have kept you in this cycle. You're really stepping into a lot of freedom, which is amazing. So the light at the end of the tunnel is coming. Let's look at Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. This is that energy of, what did I say earlier? Being attached, right? Being really attached to certain people, the lack of boundaries. Yeah, Hermit. Hermit is that ghosting energy. And then Nine of Swords. It's almost like when you went within to look at your fears, your anxieties, right? The Nine of Swords rules anxieties and your fears, limiting beliefs, all that jazz. it wasn't a true introspection on self. It was kind of like, I'm just going to sit back and think about it. The Hermit Reversed to me is a ghosting card. When it's upright is when we're really doing that inner work. We're really looking at who we are as individuals. When it's in reverse, it's this energy of, well, I'm just kind of sitting here. There's no true introspection being done. There's not really this true integration of shadow, which is why in this particular Nine of Swords, the devil's in the background. It's in the window there, if you can see it. I know my light's really bright right now because it got dark out. But that tells me that part of these fears, these insecurities are still present right now, which is why we're still making our way towards the end of this tunnel, which is why we still have that foot in that old life, right? So let's see. Let's look at Otter Spirit. If these feel like the imbalance connections, that lack is also that lack of connection with source, with spirit, feeling as if you have to create everything on your own when you don't. You can really rely on your connection with source, spirit, universe, God, whatever you want to call it, right? Whatever label you want to use. Death in reverse, which speaks to rebirth, right? Transformation, enlightenment. I really like this. This belief that I'm all alone when I do this, this thought process of no one's here to help me, that process is going to really diminish right now, especially with Mercury retrograding in Libra, because that is the sign of partnership. Hello, how are you? And with Mercury in the sign of partnership, it's going to create this realization that we as a collective are going to start learning that we are safe to ask for help, not just in regards to romance, but in regards to family, in regards to friendship, in regards to work, in regards to anything. It's safe to ask for help. You don't need to go through everything on your own. And it's okay to ask for help. So if that's something that you've been dealing with, or conversations that you've just blatantly had with people, because that topic has blatantly come up, I know, in my life already. So some of you, I'm sure, have already heard of this topic with people. This is that realization that it's okay to ask for help in the tangible, physical realm, as well as from source, universe, God, whatever label you'd like to use, right? For your higher power. But it's the energy of co-creating. So let's tell me more about Otter Spirit. I won't be shocked if the Six of Pentacles comes out either. The Two of Swords. And it's almost like there's a need to take this blindfold off and choose to allow people in. Choose to allow yourself to see and accept that this transformation can happen. It's that hesitance. It's the hesitance to step into this new version of self. It is. Because for a lot of people, it's a very vulnerable, the hesitance to the new cycle. So we have death, the blindfold. Oh, I don't see the new beginning, but you do see it. You feel it. You know it's all around you. Everybody's feeling this change. How can you not? It's overwhelming. It's just pure, I'm not even going to say chaos in the world. It's just Uranus energy. It's just kind of like, what isn't moving right now? What isn't being shaken up right now? So that new beginning is delayed, but it's by your own free will, honestly. Snake Spirit, we have the Page of Swords in reverse and the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, and it's almost like you're not being honest with yourself about this indecision. You're not being honest with yourself that what needs to be healed is this teeter-totter between the old life and the new life, the Two of Pentacles, the back and forth. That the only reason we're not moving forward right now is because a lot of us are just hesitating, stepping forward out of fear or attachment to what was familiar, whether it's a version of self or it was a connection or a job or this belief system, whatever it was. And it's okay to change. Change is not scary. Change is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser and more resilient and into a version of self that's more empowering, right? To gain knowledge to pass on to others as well and experience in life. It's awesome. Yep, and it's going to lead to victory. Six of Wands, recognition, right? It's overcoming the battle. It's overcoming the struggle. Because the Six of Wands signifies someone who's coming out of war and receiving applause, that recognition for everything that they've been through. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups in reverse. It's leaving behind the things that are imbalanced, the things that do not serve your soul, the things that are out of alignment with you. Because the Two of Cups to me as a reader is the card of alignment. It's leaving behind the things that no longer resonate with you. And that's okay. That's okay. Which might be soul tribes. Three of Cups. Okay. Okay. Should I do another spread? Do that one really quick. I could do another, or I could just pull some oracle cards. What to do? I might just pull some oracle cards because it is late here. It is pretty late for a very important date. Yeah, let's just pull some final advice. How about that? Any final advice for the collective, please, Spirit? Oh, that's a lot. We don't need 20 advice cards. Any final advice for the collective? There it is. It's awesome. And I opened up right to it. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That just happened on Patreon too. Okay. I do read from the book for this deck. It's a very popular deck. I love the messages in this deck. I'd highly recommend this Oracle deck as Wisdom of the Oracle. I've beaten it to a bloody pulp. So if you want an Oracle deck that's awesome and very accurate, this would be it. Sometimes I do channel messages from it, but this has messages for the collective message, also has relationship messages and work messages. So that is the only reason I read from this book. It's just because sometimes these collective readings resonate for people in different areas of their life. So if they want a particular message in regards to romance, work, or general, they have all three messages. So that's the only reason I choose not to do channel messages for these particular cards. If you wanted to know, because I know I get questions about that sometimes. So there's your answer. Oracle message. This is a time to step away and rest. Let the cares of your world go. Go into a state of non-action and allow yourself to be free of the shackles of your goals, your lists, and your desires. Nothing is as important as rest, detachment, and neutrality. The overall busy mind can block you from inner wisdom if you don't step back, take a seat, and rest. Be willing to let dreams surface and ideas flow through you, absent any force or conscious direction, as you observe without engagement now. Relationship message. When it comes to matters of the heart, don't make any plans right now. If you're not partnered, it's good to take this time out to get to know yourself. If you're involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time. Don't force anything now. Allow things to flow naturally, and a beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Withdraw from action in your relationship and give it a rest so that your love and connection can become rejuvenated. Prosperity message. This is a great time to take a break from your busy schedule and allow yourself the opportunity to step back. Your plans are meant to be put on ice. Your goals can wait. Dream, imagine, and let go of attachments to any outcome now. Meditate and take a holiday if you can. Things will speed up soon enough. After a break, you may want to make some changes. Epiphanies have an amazing way of arising when you take your focus off your to-do list and allow yourself to rest. Very, very nice. And then we have TikTok, which is 30. When humans created time, everything changed and contracted. People have come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past behind them and the future ahead of them. But what if it isn't true at all? What if everything, creativity, beauty, chaos, and order, were happening now in a glorious timelessness? You have all the time in the world to co-create the life you desire. So release your agenda. Let go of your need to shape each moment to your expectations, knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are here right now and always show up when you need them, right on time. Relationship message. Love, the fulfillment of desire, and even the body's reproductive cycles have their own timetable. Some things are not preordained. Some things are preordained and cannot be coerced. Everything has its season, its divine and appropriate timing, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Remember that you always have enough time for love, to find it, to nurture it, to give and receive it. Its clock is eternal and ticks according to the beating of your heart in perfect rhythm. Isn't that wonderful to know? Love is always right on time. Prosperity message. Your prosperity is co-created by your endeavors as they occur in human-made time and eternal efforts of your most important manifestation partner, spirit, in a divine measureless time. So keep doing what you're doing. Stay positive and make a commitment to remain in high vibrational thoughts and feelings. If you heed the message of this card, it will seem as if you will align with your highest calling and your highest good in no time at all, like magic. So what's all the fuss about not having enough time? The prosperous life that is yours will never pass you by. Beautiful. Awesome sauce. 24:24 when I looked at the clock. But guys, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this quick little collective reading. I just wanted to jump on and say hi to everybody. But yeah, it's getting late here, and your girl still has to make dinner and rest and do her own little spiritual meditation night routine and all that jazz. So I love you. And I'm posting, by the way, I am posting like daily card pulls on my Instagram. And now I have a TikTok where they're originally posted on. So if you want to follow either of those platforms, I do like a daily card pull. It's just 1 or 2 cards on there. It's like a quick, like 1 or 2 minute video. So if you want to see that stuff, it's on those platforms. But I love you. Thank you for being part of my YouTube family. Check out the 20% off all the readings on my website and Reiki sessions as well. And I added a new bundle because I know some people wanted just a Reiki session and a tarot reading bundle. So I added that to my website for those of you who wanted that bundle. My bundles basically put services together at a discounted price. I believe all of them are at least a $20 or a discount. So go ahead and check that out. Bundles are subscriptions on my site, so you can log into your account and set what month you want that subscription to cancel on your own. So just be mindful of that. And on Patreon, I do have free 15-minute readings for all new and upgrading tier 2 and 3 patrons through the month of September. So those are all the promos and goodies and stuff on my website. The bundles are always discounted on my website. It's the discounts, the price is discounted because you're bundling and saving services. So you just can't apply like discount codes to those because they're already discounted. But yeah, go ahead and check that out. It's still late. Oh, that's awesome that you're tuning in from the UK. That's really cool. And you guys are welcome. Thank you so much for jumping on this live with me. But I'm going to hop off here and I'll see you guys next time. Later, Gator.